Welcome back, FUD Nation. And for newcomers on the channel, my name's Elio Trades, and we do daily cryptocurrency videos on this channel. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 cryptocurrencies that we believe are going to have a phenomenal month throughout May. The reason for this is that they're delivering upon their technology promises and pushing forward the path towards product adoption. For that reason, we have to salute these projects, shine a light on them, drop a little knowledge about why exactly we believe their month is going to be so phenomenal. So without further ado, let's get to it. You're watching FUD TV, and these are our 5 favorite cryptos for May 2018. Starting off, this one should come as no shocker. Tron has had an amazing run-up since it first announced itself last year. Tron's CEO Justin Sun is extremely vocal on Twitter, and he knows how to rally up the excitement for any of their meaningful releases. And given that their mainnet release is stilted for the end of the month, and this is by far their most meaningful release to date, we can assume that the energy, the marketing, the excitement is just going to keep ramping up throughout the month of May. Justin Sun has promised 100 million users with the mainnet release. So hopefully that means that Paywo, Gifto, Baofeng, Obike, Odyssey, maybe they'll be up and running, ready to go and ready to implement or go live rather when this mainnet release goes live. That might be too optimistic, but regardless, in anticipation of this event, we believe that there will be a tremendous run up from the Tron price. Of course, Tron's been sitting around 8 cents recently after it just had a huge run up from about 2 to 3 cents where it was sitting at for a very long time. Obviously, it's had a previous high of over 30 cents. And while we don't know if it's going to reach that on this current run, we do believe that Tron will end up between that 10 and 20 cent range comfortably in anticipation of this May 31st mainnet release, which is truly significant. And of course, if they are going to bring 100 million wallets online, that would make it the most widely adopted cryptocurrency platform period to date. Of course, one of the big propellers of Tron's adoption going forward is going to be their $2 billion Project Genesis fund, which they've just dedicated to the community. Essentially, anyone who wants to build something on Tron can get funded, and they have $2 billion to throw around. So quite a bit of funding to throw around at these projects. It's just a lot of bullishness from Tron. It's going to be a good month for Tron. And of course, Stellar Lumen is set to have an amazing month as the FairX beta is set to come out this month. FairX is IBM's Stellar-powered decentralized exchange. This is going to be a huge amount of transactions. Stellar is a critical part of IBM's international payment strategy, which is going to push a lot of the same buttons that Ripple's pushing. Stellar is going to be doing international remittances. They're going to be doing all of the things that Ripple says they're going to be doing in addition to a lot more. One of the most exciting things about Stellar is that they have undisclosed partnerships. Unlike other companies that are just rushing to splurt out the biggest, best news they can, week over week, just hype people up as much as they can, Stellar kind of knows that they've got things figured out, and they're only going to release things on a need-to-know basis when they're perfected, when they're ready. Stellar's kind of functioning more like a more mature company here, less like a startup. They're releasing news as it becomes ready for market, not just to get people excited 6, 12 months ahead of time. So we don't really know what Stellar's got up in the pipe. We know that they do have some serious things planned, but I'm very excited for what Stellar's going to do, especially in anticipation of this FairX beta release. Just a lot of product adoption, which is something that we like to focus on this channel more than anything. So I think Stellar's going to be doing phenomenal. Obviously, they've come off a few tremendous weeks, so I wouldn't be surprised if it did stagnate or consolidate a little bit, go sideways, maybe even pull back a little bit. I could see it continue to grow steadily, of course, in anticipation of this FairX release. And EOS. This project has been exploding. I don't know what to say. We could take a look at the charts. It might not be necessary, but EOS's chart has been monstrous. They are the first top 10 currency to reach a new all-time high since January. They're absolutely blazing the trail here for third-generation blockchains. There are a lot of people claiming blockchain 3.0, but EOS right now is backing that up. They are trying to be interoperable, infinitely scalable. They're trying to allow it so that anyone can launch an EOS chain with ease, and they're backing it up with a lot of cash as well. The EOS development fund is well in excess of $1 billion, much like Tron's, just for new projects to build on their ecosystem and to utilize their infrastructure to bring more product adoption and to push the sort of EOS utility of the network to be bigger and bigger and bigger. I believe that EOS will continue to pump in anticipation of its sort of native token release. Actually, this isn't a May event. This is happening on the 1st of June, but it's so close to May that I figured I'd include it. And I do believe that EOS is on its way. I could see it coming back. Obviously, it's up to $22 or something right now. It was all of $10 or $7 just a few days ago to weeks ago. So I could see it definitely having some kind of pullback correction, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a $30 EOS anytime soon. I think EOS has a lot of things going for it, and I wouldn't be surprised to see its pumping, its momentum continue to pump. Next, I know you guys know about this coin. I know you love this coin. I know you guys have been following this coin, but we got to talk about Ontology. Ontology is absolutely continuing to do what we believe they would do. And we know now that their mainnet release, which was stilted for the end of Q2, like June, is probably going to come out more like May. We don't know because, again, like Stellar, Ontology knows they got it. They've got a huge team, unlimited capital, and they're just putting out product. They're not waiting. They're not doing news updates. They're not worried about hype. They're building value. They're building technology. They're building disruption, and they're not waiting. So I believe that technology from Ontology is going to come out rapidly. I think that it wouldn't be crazy to see it come out here in May. And I do believe that the coin will continue to perform exceptionally throughout May in anticipation of this tech. They're having meetings with the government left, right, and center. We've seen the government, the Chinese officials show up at the Ontology headquarters multiple times throughout the last few weeks. They're having accelerated deliveries. This is an absolute rockstar project. This is just one of the most buttoned up projects, most official, most legitimate, most funded, most clear path from a regulatory standpoint. There's just a lot going on with Ontology that is easy to love, and it makes it a phenomenal choice for May. And we wanted to make sure to pay attention to a little bit of a smaller cap cryptocurrency here because we just realized that all the ones that we covered were pretty big caps. They were pretty much all top 10 or top 20 coins except for Ontology, which is a little bit lower. So we wanted to cover a lesser known, less talked about coin that we actually do really like called Blockarray. We're very bullish on this channel on logistics supply chain cryptocurrencies because we know how easily they can be implemented with two people in a meeting, in a boardroom, just deciding to shake hands and implement some new tech into the supply chain management. That can happen anywhere, anytime. For that reason, all of these coins are potentially one deal away from really exploding. And Blockarray, unlike these other logistics supply chain cryptocurrencies, is an extremely small coin. It's only got a market cap of $13 million. It's a tiny, tiny coin. And it's sitting right now at about 19.5 cents, which is just about ICO price. While this is quite risky as it is a low market cap coin, the reality is that they do have some pretty good tech. They've been rolling it out. They're in the exact town in Tennessee where the Blockchain in Transportation Alliance is headquartered. It seems like they understand their meat and potatoes approach here. I meant to mention they're focused on trucking, specifically the trucking industry, just trucking. And they really seem to understand the nuances of that. So what we're looking for here is just one good partnership. One really solid partnership with Blockarray could bring this market cap from 13 million up to 40 or 50 or 100. The reality is that this could be a much bigger coin, not in a massive, like this doesn't mean that it's going to take over and start challenging Walton Chain or VeChain. That's not what we're saying here. What we're saying is with one good partnership, which is supposedly what they're announcing this month, one good partnership could really take Blockarray and give it a significant multiple on its value. And for that reason, we believe that excitement around Blockarray, the ease of implementation, what we know about the team and the project leads us to believe that this is a pretty solid choice for May, and we could see this doing some serious work throughout May. Some other cool events are happening in May, such as AppCoins is releasing a dev version for Aptoid. So essentially we can have an integration of AppCoins into its first app market. We also have Car Vertical is releasing a white label version of their software so that they can start doing integrations or partnerships, lending out their software, making some money, making some revenue. We also have Consensus NYC, that's happening on May 14th in New York. And we have Oyster Pearl is releasing their mainnet, which is delayed, of course. They were supposed to release that a few weeks or a month or two ago, but now it's coming out supposedly at the end of this month. So it wouldn't be illogical to expect some kind of pump from Oyster Pearl. And it does look like Oyster is pretty low and has quite a bit of room to grow. I have to remind you that this is just my opinion. This is not professional financial advice, and you should always do your own research if you are going to invest in any of these coins. Don't stop here. Keep doing that research. Keep learning about these companies if you want to make your own investment choice. So we hope you enjoyed this list of 5 cryptocurrencies that we think will do exceptionally well throughout May. Of course, there were a lot of big coins there, a lot of obvious coins, but we think you guys should know that there's a reason why these coins are doing so well. There's a reason why there's so much investment in these coins. And right now is a very exciting time for cryptocurrencies as we're seeing a lot of these promises being delivered upon. A lot of the things that people have been excited for weeks, months, even years is starting to happen. The cryptocurrency world of tomorrow is closer and closer, and we need to keep highlighting and talking about all of the achievements in this space. If you guys enjoyed this, don't be afraid to smash that like button and comment below. Let us know, did you like any of these coins? Are you holding any of these coins? Do you think we left off any of the coins that are going to do even better? Let us know. Did we miss your favorite coin? Tell us in the comments below. If you like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe. My name's Elio Trades. It's been incredible having you with me today on FUD TV. Tap that bell notification and you'll be made aware whenever we put out content. So I'll see you very soon on the next episode of FUD TV.